Well, I'm looking at my wheat today, seeing how quick I need to spray it. I did a burn down on it and starting to see some stuff come up. So been getting a lot of rain. Still a little wet here, but the ground seems to be pretty firm. So after the farm show, I'm leaving day after tomorrow. Probably come back if it's dry enough and do some spraying. But there's some other things I'm going to talk about in this video. So have another look at the wheat. It's just one of the fields, and get on with the main attraction. Well, I'm not going to get into my finances ever on social media, but I've got $450 in this rig right here, and I'll get back to how I've got $450 in this new seed tender. For those that's new, you put 2 bulk boxes on here, and my old seed tender sold, it's gone. But we'll talk about that here in a minute after I get done, I guess, with a rant. I pay taxes just like everybody else. But one of the things that gets thrown up to me, especially by non-farmers, is farmers live off the government, or the government bought that for you, or the government's paying you to do this. Government is leasing your tractors, which we don't have nothing new, but that's what I hear from the Karens and the Debbie Downers, is government pays for everything. Government's keeping up the farmers. Well, I pay taxes just like everybody else, and our taxes are going towards other countries. We're funding them. We're funding illegals, not immigrants, illegals. Giving them health care, taking care of them. So yeah, if there is a farm program where I can get a little money, you're damn right, I'm gonna sign up for it. I've never received a whole lot of money, not nothing to live off of, but yes, I have received a little government money, and this is where the seed tender comes in. Before we get to seed tender, we'll talk about something else. Well, I was one that did not realize this until a couple years ago. Tennessee's always had a program called Master Beef, and that's where you take classes on, I guess, cattle, feeding cattle, and how to take care of them, working them stuff. We've never applied for that. But before I got to selling GPSs, I looked at another competitor's, and I could take a master row crop class and get half of the monitoring stuff, monitoring receiver paid for. So I did do that. I took the master row crop, cost me $100. Watch videos online, take tests at lunch. When I'd go in to eat lunches, if something, I could do it at my own time. So when I bought from myself an Outback for the case sprayer, I turned the monitor and receiver in. I got paid, reimbursed half. Now, a lot of y'all might think that's wrong, but it's something to help enhance our ag business technology. Same way with this one. If you've ever priced one of these green stars and globes, they're pretty expensive. Well, TAEP is what paid half of that. I did say half. And these things are great, but they're overpriced. And the only reason why I don't have Outback in here is because I needed 2 features from this to run my planter. And one of them section control, and the other one is to air up my pneumatic downforce. So, me selling GPSs, found out a lot of people didn't know about this program. So I know everybody that watches me is not from Tennessee, so you need to check with your local extension in your for your state. Tennessee is the UT extension. I think about every county has one. So you need to check in, see what kind of deals you can get with hay equipment through the Master Beef, hay equipment, sometimes hay barns, working facilities. Just see what kind of deals you can get. Now I'm going to explain to you how I've got $450 in this seed tender. So now the old one's gone. I've got to get this and take its spot in storage up at the other barn. But 450 is what I ended up with on this one. It was $11,900. I'm not going to tell how much I pay for everything, but this was $11,900 new. I'm getting reimbursed half of that for the state of Tennessee. So that's not $450 time you do the math. It's like $5,950. Well, I sold my old seed tender for $5,500. So that's where the $450 comes in. And well, you're gonna say, well, what did you give for the old seed tender? Well, I received it new. It was given to me by the co-op. I had to do about 3 years of seed from them, so many dollars worth, and they gave it to me. So I've had it about 5 years. My 3 years was up. Wasn't happy with it. Again, I like the gas motor better. I just like the way this thing works. I like the option of carrying 2 boxes instead of dumping one. That's about all it could hold. I'm not going to use this at all for corn. I'm going to be on bags on corn, but I can get about 80 to 90, depends on which brand it is, 80 to 90 acres worth of seed for beans on this thing. So that's about a day's worth work, instead of having to stop and come in and get more seed and whatever. And it's going to help out in wheat. So that's how I got $450 in this thing. Well, let's talk about a little project that's been going on here. I said probably in my last video that we were going to Kentucky for a road trip, not to the show, but we went to Holland, to Kentucky, to Drain's tractor salvage, and got this burnt. You can't see really what we're after. This burnt New Holland baler pickup. Even though it ain't a New Holland branded, it's the same pickup. But one of the things we went for was this one's got good stuffers. It's a bar with spikes that rotates, and We've had a lot of trouble out of this in here. We've been tearing that and down. And this right here is the biggest reason why we bought the pickup. It don't look like much is tore up there. I think something got in there. I wasn't running it. But it's pretty messed up. So those balers too good to scrap out. So, and parts from the dealership was just going to be outrageous. So that's why we done that. So I put some pictures on Snapchat, and several people guessed where I was at. And Holland, Kentucky drains equipment is the only thing in there, in that town, and you got to go through 50 miles of nothing to get there. But several people knew where I was at, so that must be a pretty popular place. So I've got a little bit of cell phone footage of something that was there that I thought was cool. I'm gonna put that in here, and then we're gonna close out the video. Old cotton picker. It don't say. I can't read it. So this video is going to go up tomorrow, which is Wednesday. I'm leaving Thursday morning, go to Louisville. I'll be there Thursday afternoon, better part of the day, Friday. We're going to be milling around Louisville those 2 nights. So if you see me, stop, say hi. Probably not going to film. If I do, I'm not going to film much because I'm there to enjoy myself. I got a friend going with me, and I don't think he wants a camera in his face, but there might be a few little videos come out, something a little different. I'm not going to go up there and try to do what everybody else does. But catch you on the next one. God bless you, and thanks for watching.
I want to